Hello, it's Camo, and welcome back to another episode of my survival world. You may be wondering why I'm in an ocean right now, and that's because I actually saw this on Twitter, but there was something with archaeology that I found really interesting. I'm not sure if it's like a bug or like an intended feature, but like I'm back at a ruin where like I missed like an entire area over here, and like apparently, ooh, that's too deep, but apparently, if you put a soul column down and break it, oop. Oh my god, I totally just failed that. I forgot to put the water down. Oh no, I just broke two of them. Well, let me do this again, okay? Uh, let's see. Do this. Gotta get water. So, let's fly back up. I'll get it shortly, don't worry. Oh my god, I can't believe I just did that. But, sorry, I'm like all over the place, but if you break the block and let it bounce for a bit, it'll actually convert into the suspicious sand block, which is actually really cool. I think that's really interesting because now we can actually technically get suspicious sand for like a building or like just a detailed rarity because I'm not sure if they're gonna patch this, but like I really want to like hop on this and get them while I still can. So I'm gonna just get a couple of these real quick, and then we can like quickly hurry on then. There we go. Okay, there's our first one. I should have actually checked if there was anything valuable in it before breaking it. Oh, I really need to like... Because like last episode, if you remember, I didn't get like a lot of great stuff with some of like the rare stuff. Hold on, let me actually get my ender chest out. Wrong one. I think it's in my toolbox now. There we go. But last episode, I got like a bunch of like kind of like useless garbage. Like it was good for storytelling, but if it isn't good, then like that's assured. I'm gonna take this one. So that one's good, but like you see, that one was like a wooden hoe. Like I'm not really gonna do anything with a wooden hoe anymore. So it genuinely just doesn't... Broke it again. Don't tell anyone. Okay, yeah, that's like coal. So like I'm not gonna need that. I... I'm so stupid. That's a gold nugget. Okay. This time, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right. So you place the soul sand, get a bit of water, break the first block, so you know that there are bubbles. And I am so bad at this. Oh my god. I need to be much careful. So, I think it's supposed to be 2 blocks of space you need. So this is 1 block too high. Because I think what you need is something like this. And then when you break it... There we go. So I'm still learning this, obviously, and I totally didn't just break like 5 suspicious sand blocks. Oh my gosh, I can speak today. But yeah. So this is what we're doing. And then I actually have something other than archaeology or Tales and Trail related. I have a small project that we're gonna work on today. Okay, there we go. That one's suspended. That's a gold nugget. Okay. But I'm really excited for this because now I can actually like kind of like fool around with this feature. I can find water. There we go. So I think it's probably going to become like a small rarity because I have a feeling this is going to be patched. Like this is definitely not intended. Or like maybe they'll actually add it so you can like craft something into like to make suspicious sand. But you know, sus sand, my beloved. But if that's the case, like I think this is really cool that you can get like just suspicious sand using this method. Did it pop? Yeah, it did. Alright, let's see if we can find any more from this structure, and then let's move on to the other one. I don't know if there's any gravel ones I have nearby. I can take a look, though. But this is just really exciting to me, so... Let's see. It's such a neat concept. I do actually also, like... I mean, I guess this is, like, a little, like, off-topic thing, but last episode... I know archaeology is very, like, slow-paced, but I was so happy with the trail ruins, and I genuinely hope I can find more in this world. But I doubt it due to the lack of, exploration I can do. I think that's, like, one flaw with Minecraft that I kind of want to, like, talk about, but, essentially, it's just very difficult to, like, properly explore things, because in, like, long-term worlds like these, it isn't going to be, like, heavily tolerated, because that's going to take up more storage and a bigger world size. And, like, I know the world's infinite, but it's still very, like, costly to, like, take up closer chunks. Yeah, I literally think I wasted so much more sand on the other side because I was too reckless. I think I'll find more, don't worry. And it popped off. I still think 4 suspicious sand blocks are good. Like, this is definitely, like, a very tedious, like... I mean, you probably could decorate with it, but, like... You're gonna have to be really smart with how you decorate it. Okay, so this one. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? I'm wasting sand here. One strategy that I picked up on is that you can actually find trail ruin like a bit easier by using a map, because all the colors are gonna show if you like set it to the right size. This one's actually like completely undiscovered, I think. So, and let's actually I should have verified if that gravel was good before. Probably isn't gonna be anything good. Yeah, it's wheat. Okay. Brick it away, boys. And we got it. Sus gravel. I think that'll be a project for another day, most likely. Although, as I think I stated last episode, this is a snapshot world, so if, like, there's a new snapshot that fixes this, then that's gonna be very upsetting, and I'll make sure to, like, get it beforehand and snag them to show the tragedy of the lost Lenore by the shore of Edgar Allan Poe. Whee! Okay. Alright, we are back at this island now. So, this island is going to have, like, a bigger purpose in the future, but essentially, as of now, this is, like, my little, like, checkpoint area if I want to go to the desert and go, like, farther out into 1.20 chunks. It's not fully convenient because there's still, like, a long way to go, but I like this area. I think it's suitable, and I think I can actually, like, build something here. But there's a project I've been working on, which is right over here. If I go right down here, you can see that there is a, runway to speed across and get back all the way to the salmon. Now, this is still a work in progress, obviously, because you can tell by, like, the floor and such. So I actually need to get more dolphins. I need to probably... I think I want to slab up the floor. I'm going to do acacia slabs because it just looks nice in my opinion. And I think it makes it work better. And then we're also just gonna, like, see where else this takes us. So, I'm gonna take two of the... I'm actually gonna just take one at a time. It'll be easier. So, I'm not gonna name it yet until it's all the way there, just in case it dies. And then we'll see what happens on the way forward. I'm stuck in nitro mode right now. There we go. So obviously I've done this a couple times. However, I think I've done about like 1,000 blocks out. So like this dolphin bridge has a long way to go. I think starting on this end is going to be easier because the way the path ends is actually in the trim hall that was shown last episode. That hallway has a giant hole in the back that leads all the way down into there. And that's something that is going to be really hard to get like a dolphin in, so we're just doing it this way. So at this point, I think we just need to like, oh, well, the dolphin can keep up, I think. Just go into third person to make sure. Because if the dolphin can, like, maintain the dolphin's grace, this is going to make my job a lot easier. But this will help, this entire, like, project, which is about, like, 3,000 blocks, will actually help me save rockets and that kind of stuff, so I can just get here back and forth without going through, like, the nether and just having, like, a one-trip access. I'm someone who doesn't really like going through dimensions and portals, like, constantly, so having a very simple ability like this, oh my, that just turned into a crap show. Yeah, I'm gonna do this again. Okay, it keeps up most of the time, but then, like, breaks at some point. Let's see, because this goes to, like, a negative 500, so I've already gotten, like, 1,000 blocks done of this, which is already a good start. I think you can go roughly, like, 300 blocks per dolphin gateway, too, so... Ooh. I was also really proud of this, like, entire pathway. I thought that it looked really nice. Because it looks really satisfying when seeing, like, a glazed terracotta pattern go when you move really fast. Although, one thing I did not prepare for was the fact that I may actually lose things. Oop. Okay. Is there a dolphin already in this one? So this is gonna be the annoying part. But I need to get this down. I hope I did that. I did. And we need to force... Well, we actually need to name this dolphin. Sausage. No, Sausage, don't go! Sausage! My sausage is running away from me. Okay. So we do this. We actually might need to make this easier. I think what we can do is we can just kind of like trap it in a hole. So like if we lure it this way, yeah, it's gonna get stuck there, and then you can kind of just... Oh no. I forgot to place this little sand down. Gosh darn it. Okay. Now you're ready to go in here. So if we just put him in here and make sure he doesn't... He or she doesn't do that. I'm not really sure. But if I do it like this... Oh, get back over here. I'm not forcefully imprisoning them. No, no, no. And we need the bubble vaders so you don't suffocate. Because when I get out of these chunks, I know for a fact you're not going to breathe properly. You get back in that hole. Get in the frickin' hole! Okay. I can do this. I can do this. Yay. Got it. Okay. I say probably and way too much in these videos, and it makes me really sad. I'm trying to avoid it a lot, and another thing that I was really unhappy with, like, I loved, like, I enjoyed doing it for the first time, but I was so nervous that I just stopped, like, showing emotion, and I sounded really robotic and, like, quiet and mumbly, but, like, now it's kind of just, like, I gotta speak and just, you know, be myself, and I think this is what's gonna make more fun content. So this is actually, like, really easy to, like, show off. So we're just gonna bop, and then that's where we'll bring our next dolphin. I actually really love these, like, dolphin tunnels. I want more of them in my world because, as I stated before, I really do like quick travel that doesn't involve me, like, crossing dimensions. I actually want to try making a Ravager launcher. I don't know if those are patched, but I want to, like, figure out how that works and see if I can do something with it, because I think that could be fun. I actually at one point made a Warden type, like, Elytra launcher using, like, the sonic boom, but I bet you can imagine how that worked out. It launches you, sure, but it takes down, like, half your health, and then, uh-oh, you experience kinetic energy. Another thing that, like, recording as Tommy, though, is, like, I also need to manage my time better, because, previously, like, I would spend, like, a week doing, like, one part of this entire bridge. But, you know, if I have, like, a week to do content now, it, like, encourages me to work faster and also, like, work smarter now. Because otherwise I wouldn't be, like, grinding this out, like, intensely. That sound, dolphin. The dolphin's like, I like this. Oh my god, the dolphin did say I like this! He went right in. No, 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 no. You were supposed to like it. No, 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 you get back in there. Okay. Come on. Come on. Come on. Break it. Break the lead. Oh, yeah! Okay. So either way, I'm probably gonna do, like, a quick, like, progression, like, short thing, or I'm going to just cut to the end. I will see you later when I get this all done. I actually finished it after long last. It only took about, like, a couple hours, but I actually managed to get it all the way done. There's a bit of struggle at the end since, like, I needed, like, 2 more dolphins, and they were on, like, the really far end over here in the salmon, and I just decided I'm gonna bring dolphins through here. Now, I learned dolphins probably should not be flopping in 2-block gaps with fire near it, because fire did happen, and they burned. So anyways, we are back in the Hall of Ancients, so, you know, the salmon. Over here, this big hole is what leads down to the dolphin tunnel. I don't think I showed it last episode, but yes, this is the other end, and it is the coolest. Ooh, I gotta actually clear the water from here, otherwise it gets messy. But essentially, you can sprint, and you just start going through, and sometimes that happens. Oop, I'm drowning. Let's chill back real quick. Ooh. Okay. But anyways, sometimes you can get this in, like, full succession with, like, all the chunks loading, but sometimes it doesn't work like that. Like right now, that my chunks are a bit slower. But you keep going on, and about in like, you know... Ooh. This is probably the worst run I've ever done. But normally, you're gonna go really smooth, and then, you know, the point is, though, like, that walk normally takes me, like, 15 to 30 minutes. That took me, like, 30 seconds, a minute, which is a lot more efficient, and it doesn't involve me going through another portal, so I say it's a win. Now, on this side, I'm actually going to hold off finishing building anything over here. As of now, this is kind of just going to be left how it is. But today, we are actually going to go to the other side. We are going to clean up the other end in the salmon and finally just wrap up that end of the project, because I am just wanting to get it done, and I needed to make it look accessible and neat and tidy and not have water everywhere. My plan here is to, like, finish the wall, finish the sky right here, and then kind of make, like, a ruin type deal. So, like, stone bricks and stuff and, like, lots of moss. And it'll just, like, stack down there with, like, occasional water puddles, so I can, like, work it up using, like, the platforms. And then maybe I'll add some other detail, like a mine shaft or something. Something light. But I just want it to look a lot more polished and cleaned out, and I'm probably going to remove, like, lots of the ores in the wall, and, like, the dirt here, and just keep it all stone. Alright, so let's get on with it. So now we have finished, and as you can see, I have a massive shulker monster here of just all my stuff. Like, my entire ender chest has basically just been emptied out, and I just started building. I mostly just kind of like did everything on the spot. I just built away and did whatever felt right. I had like a loose plan of wanting to use like a lot of stone to make it feel like a temple, but as I started building, things started coming to shape in my head, and I kind of did things on the spot, which is why I kind of want to go through like a bit of my process here. So first over here, I just finished the I guess the room here. So like I finished the gradient, and then I finished the skulk ceiling, and then I made it look like the floor collapsed, which is why like the wall doesn't continue to go down. It literally just the floor collapsed and reveals another room. So this room has a bunch of like doors. One's clearly more broken than the other. Uh, I don't really know what they could be used for. Maybe they could, maybe they can be used for like a future build. But as of now, they are just going to be two doors with a mysterious purpose. Now moving on to this floor, we have like a garden, which is actually in surprisingly good condition. And then over here we have like a broken away floor with like a big mysterious door once again. In the beginning I was definitely really into like doing like doors and stuff. So this one I feel like we could definitely do something for. As of now it kind of looks pretty meh, but like I feel like it could definitely be open to expansion. So, we have like a bit of vines, a bit of foliage. Uh, the moss clearly gets more and more, but as we go down further now, we kind of have like a pool, and then we kind of just have like another like mini garden area. There's just a lot of vines growing down here. There's a lot of light and just foliage. So this is where things start to get interesting. The next floor is actually a like custom mine shaft I designed with like a little chest. So over here we have like very dim lighting because I really like the mood lighting, and we just have like a minecart going back and forth, and we have like a copper vein here. So obviously it's not a real one based off like all the raw copper, but overall I really just like the detail in here. It looks like it's a very big like copper mine. There's even like a bit of like a watering station, and then over here we have like another like more like definitely more on themed mine actually. Yeah, we definitely have like a more on theme mine shaft. So like there's actual supports, there's roots growing, and then over here we have our pot that we got from our little adventure earlier in the episode. I thought this would have just been like a little fun thing to use as decoration, so it's in here as like a little Easter egg. The next floor is just kind of like a filler floor, so... Oh, I forgot to fill that right there. The next floor is just like a filler floor, so it literally is just a quick mine shaft, except it clearly collapsed and is closed off with a bunch of resources. And then over here, we have just like a mud floor, so like there's a lot of moss and drip leaf, and these two nice fences over here. I didn't really know what to do over here. I did like the spore blossom, and I did like putting like the stalagmites and stuff over here, so I don't know what else to put over here, but I think it might be fine. Oopsie. And then down here, I actually finished the floor down here. Let me fly back up, because I actually want to like figure out what we should do. Oop. Because like, I don't really know what we should do. Like, I really like the drip leaf in the pond right here, so I'm really unsure. So anyways, oh, what is this? What is this thing? Where did you come from? I mean, like, I really do like pumpkin stuff, but like, I have no idea where this thing came from. It looks really familiar though. I have noticed this throughout my world. Sometimes things like this just kind of like appear, and I don't really know what they are for. It looks like some pumpkin shrine or totem. Yeah, I have no idea what this is, but it actually fits the gap here perfectly, because now we can kind of just do this, get bumped, and then just go straight up, and then land. Then we can go straight back down, like, oop. I was gonna say gracefully go straight back down, but, like, that's a bit of a challenge. Although this was a lot of fun to build. I'm still just confused why this is here, and why it's actually carrying, like, a lantern. You know, I think it's best just not to think about it. Let's move on. So now let's focus on the real issue here. We have this big shulker monster, and I have no idea what to do with it. Like, I can obviously, like, you know, start putting some things back, but, like, other things, they don't actually have, like, a storage slot. So I'm just gonna... I think I'm just gonna, like, take a moment to just fix all this. Yeah. Let's get started. So now we are moving on to our final part of the episode today, and that is actually involving the Garden Tavern. So a little history, because obviously there's only, like, this has been done before I started the series. But this is the Garden Tavern. This was actually my starter base. It was the first area that I built, and in short, I just, you know, had storage here, and I made it very small, and I made it a place where I could, like, add mobs later on, name them, and then make them, like, customers here. So it's very chill. It's meant to be, like, a very, like, quiet, like, you know, just easy to access place, or if I need resources here, I may have, like, a couple things, especially, like, armor, and, like, a little bit of TNT or bricks, and that kind of stuff. But I kind of want to make it bigger now, because if you look at this room, like, it's very dynamic. Like, it clearly was a cave originally, but, like, I made sure there was, like, a unique shape, and most importantly, I made sure there was, like, you know, seating, and I made it look all nice. But over here, it's very flat, and the entire wall's flat over here, and if you actually step outside of here real quick, you can actually see there's still quite a bit of space I can fit over here. Like, over here, not so much. But over here, I can definitely fit something more. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm gonna probably open the majority of this wall here, make it like a step-down area, and then, you know, build like an entire expansion. And I kind of want to like walk through me doing that right now. So first things first, we're just gonna actually just tear down this wall right here. So now that we've taken down the majority of this wall here, as you can see, it looks very barren. What we're gonna do next, actually, is just like a quick thing. But we are actually just going to replace this with just wood planks, so we can build like a little fence area here, so we can like make this area overlook the other area down below. Alright, so we finished digging out this room, so the next step, obviously, would be to light this up, because in case I have to leave the area and mob spawn, that's a no-brainer. Ooh. You know, it's very round, I just realized that, so maybe what I need to do is kind of just, like, indent it in and out of, like, certain areas, like... Alright, so we ripped out the floor now. I'm just gonna craft this into logs, or planks, and now we are just gonna place this in. So I do want to keep it very consistent with like the style we already started. However, if you've noticed in my last build, like probably just most of my builds, I typically have like a shulker monster of just a bunch of building blocks, and there's a reason for that. It's because I really like to just play around with things. So when we get into like my detailing portion, I'm just gonna show you that like I pack like a bunch of random blocks that I think might work, and I play around with it. And if I like it, I'll keep it, and if I don't like it, I just, you know, will not use that block and just leave it in the shulker. But I'm a bit of a hoarder when it comes to blocks. But when I actually like hoard those blocks, though, in the future it lets me use like a couple of them just to see like, oh, does this look good? Should I get more? And if it does, then, like, it just helps reach my palettes, expands my palettes, because I do like to change it up a bit at times. Like, right now I'm doing, like, a very, like, wooden and, like, ruinous style in today's episode, but I've done, like, city builds, and, like, futuristic stuff and like super mysterious stuff. And I just really am fond. And the way I got there was just by playing around with the blocks and just being really fond of just change and new kind of stuff. So, to start off with, I think I just want to actually, just do a book thing over here again. I know I have one, I know I have like a bookery nook over here. I changed it from like a bakery to like a book nook because it just makes more sense. And I just need to, you know, detail it. Maybe if I clear the entire shelf. So we can put this here. We can put the pot on top, and then put the torch flower in. So there we go, that has something. And then I think what we could do is we can grab some of these crystals that I've been saving, and we can put it on there. Another thing I actually want to get, though, is a piglin head for this room. I think that would look awesome if we just started putting all the mob heads that we've collected in this area. Okay, so hear me out. What if we just put candles here? I think that looks really good, honestly, and it adds a bit of light. So we have the pot, we have the torches, and then I think we need some furniture here. So nothing too much in the way, obviously. I think we can set like a cup, maybe like an L chair here, and then like a chair somewhere around here. Actually, that might be a terrible spot to put this, but I'm gonna live with it. So we can store our books here, and then we can just, I want to bring back the garden area, because we got rid of that, and that made me a bit sad, so what we could do is, that looks decent. We'll need a light source. So we got this section, now we need some seating. I could probably, actually, it might be better if I use mangrove. I haven't used that in a while. Curve here. And then we can set the edges with trapdoors. Actually, we can add a sweet little happy chair right there. Honestly, I kind of just like it like this. It kind of adds like a weird feel to it, so I think I might keep it like that. And I do think I can put trapdoors around it, so if I really wanted to, I could do like something like this. And there we go, there's a nice little happy book nook section. The gardening section, however, also needs, like, something to cover it up. I think the best option might be some sort of trapdoor that, like, covers up the entire thing, so I think birch or dark oak. I mean, I really can't cover the bottom there, so that's something we're just gonna have to live with. But it really isn't noticeable unless you're going really close to it. And then I think right here we could probably just like set up like a little composter thing, similar to what we did over here, except this time now we can actually just... So this chest is now empty, we can take this one apart again, get the shulker, and now the first side of this area is coming along. So I have no idea what I want to do next. So this area is probably going to be like a bar area. There's probably going to be a storage area back here, which is where I might move my wood or stone. It really depends how I'm feeling. And something should go over here too. I guess I can move on to the next part, which would be like the bar. See, on one hand, I really want to do Deep Slate because it really would tie the build together since I've done other areas, but I might just do Blackstone because it would be fun. I think I would do something later, though, like probably this one. Toolboxes. Let's get this out. Because if I do something like this, where it's like, pop, it should be good. I gotta think like how far I want this to go. I can move this one a block back. So if I do something like this, and this, and then proceed to stair, or sorry, slab this, you can get something pretty cool. Actually, that doesn't look that bad, and it still fits on theme. Personally, I think it still fits on theme. So we can even do that, and then if we really wanted to go like a little bit of extra detail, we could pull out some moss carpet right here, and kind of just carpet the floor if we wanted to, but I don't think that, that looks okay. They really should have like a moss slab. Because it's the equivalent of asking to add a dirt slab. And then we can probably use like, honeycomb blocks or, other like planty stuff from the top to make it hang down. So I really do like this. So we're gonna finish it off right here. We're gonna move this back a block. We're gonna finish it off right here. And add another stair block. Bam. And then I guess we can set it back. Yeah, we can kind of just send this back. And then I think that should be good. Then we'll add like the next part, and then we'll add some hanging signs, and then like the usual. Alright, so now the expansion is complete. So over here, as you can see, I moved the jukebox and added a bunch of pots and shelves. I still have this here, I need to move it then. We have room for like things to shelve. That was like the only small change I did on this side. But everything else is now down here. So I still need to add like a lot of detail, like, you know, like small details that I probably will do in between episodes. But for now, this is what I'm gonna call complete, in quotes. So over here we kind of have like a library section, again another shelf, and then this is where I can store a ton of books. I have nice comfortable seating. I moved the pot that was originally on this wall over here, added like a crystal, just some very nice novelty to add like a coziness to it. Over here is the new jukebox. You'll press the button and hopefully there should be redstone behind this that'll like rotate the discs in order, and as we collect them it'll, you know, expand. And then I think I might store like another barrel down here that has like all the duplicate discs. Again, another shelf that's blank. Over here we have our 2 tables that I wanted to design. I used mud bricks after all this time. And, you know, I kind of just did like whatever felt right. So I used like a pink door, I used the oak. I just wanted to do something with the lecterns, I thought it would be fun. Over here is the upgraded garden now. So actually, we need to fix this. So this has the new plants on display, albeit the pitcher plant is clearly not fully grown and is like cut off by the block. Which I think I might have discovered a bug with that, but I'm not really sure. And then down below we actually have our carrots and our potatoes. And then this is our new garden chest, so this is like the nature stuff here that was originally on the wall. This is the wood chest, it moved, and then this is where we'll store our stones. I still need to move all that stuff. And then finally, the most important part is the actual, like, bar area, I guess. So, over here we have just a nice comfortable seat, we have the signs, we have the netherwort growing in the back, we have all these potions growing here, a little candle, and then, like, a bunch of drinks and stuff. I really hope they added, dyeable water soon, or like potion water soon, because that would be really fun to put here. But besides that, everything else here is finished. I'm very happy with this expansion. It's mostly just to add like extra detail and like space, so I can have like more to move around. I really like the pots over here, they each represent something. You know, the heart and the fire, so I love arson. The fishing and the loot is how I originally started this world. And then the creeper and the warden, they're both my favorite mobs, and I really love those sherds. So yeah, that's basically it. That's actually all I had planned for today. So I'm actually gonna start getting editing and get this finished. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please like it or subscribe and share your feedback if you have anything. I would love to take ideas in consideration. This was definitely a more build-heavy episode, but I do a lot more in this game other than that. But for now, take care, and I shall see you next time. Auf Wiedersehen!